conflicts of various religions over a specific land of India called the Kashmir Conflict. We will see how much the faith means to the people and that they are willing to put their lives on the line to fight for it. Strong nationalism in India caused the formation of two groups, the Indian National Congress in 1885 and the Muslim League in 1906. The Indian National Congress was made up of Hindus, while the Muslim League was obviously made up of Muslims, hence the name Muslim League. At first, these groups worked together to do what's good for India, but eventually they shifted towards self-government, meaning that they would fight over who would control India. Before 1947, India was under British rule and over 2,000 ethnic groups coexisted together in India. But after India gained its independence from British rule, conflict broke out between the Muslims and the Hindus. The British created a petition to create Pakistan to stop conflict between the two groups. Although it was created, the conflict did not stop. And so the two groups were fighting over ownership of land. It's located in the very north of India, where most of the fighting for ownership of land occurred, and was left in India mainly due to its Hindu king. Although the king was Hindu, the people were mostly Muslim. And the fighting continued until the United Nations stepped in 1949 and called a ceasefire to help stop the Kashmir conflict. This was also known as the Line of Control, and the conflict ended with Pakistan owning 1/3 of the Kashmir land and India with 2/3. While there was a ceasefire, the fighting continued. In 1971, Pakistan lost the Indo-Pakistani War, which led to the creation of Bangladesh. In 1972, India and Pakistan signed a similar agreement, which allowed them to solve problems peacefully through the framework of the UN. Now let's go over to the secret compartment and see what we can find today. Snowball. Must be the fact that there are only 21,000 feet up the Siachen Glacier, with temperatures that would make a perfect condition for a snowball fight. The majority of the fighting happened on a glacier called the Siachen Glacier. Most of the fighting in this area happened because officials did not extend the borders of the ceasefire, believing that neither side would attempt to occupy it. In 1984, both countries sent in troops to try and occupy the glaciers. At altitudes reaching up to 21,000 feet, Indian and Pakistani soldiers fought from trenches in temperatures that could go below negative 70 degrees in Fahrenheit. In a letter to the American people, Osama bin Laden stated that one reason they were fighting the U.S. was because they supported the Kashmir conflict in India. The ceasefire was initiated in 2003. In 2004, Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee promised to the Muslim population that he would find a solution to the Kashmir conflict. India thought of Kashmir as an integral part of India, and Pakistan thought of it as its most valuable region. Another reason for the Kashmir conflict was because Kashmir was the source of rivers and tributaries of the Indus River Basin. This allowed for India and Pakistan to sustain communities by helping farmers water their crops and have fertile soil. The Siachen Glacier is the world's most highest battleground, making it hard for India and Pakistan to guard their borders. Indian nationalist government leaders are discussing how to solve the Kashmir conflict up until this day. In July, India accused Pakistan of attacking their border guards. Pakistan pointed out how Kashmir was a disputed territory in the 1948 United Nations meeting until the United Nations resolution was put into effect. Due to both factions having nuclear capabilities, makes it much more dangerous to solve the conflict. Although the conflict killed thousands, as years goes by, the conflict grows less and less violent.